So welcome to a new Edgewonk review, and this is a special one because I invited Moritz, who's my co-founder in Edgewonk. He is a very well-experienced day trader with over 15 years or something, right? Day trading experience.
Yeah, coming close to 15, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I think he is the perfect candidate because he knows Edgewonk inside out, obviously, and also knows everything about day trading. So this journal was sent in by a user asking for a review. I already applied a filter because he set only the trades after November the 1st until today. And we're going to go through this journal one by one, step by step, and see what he's trading and maybe hopefully find some ways how we can help him improve his performance, give him some new ideas and impulses for his trading. So when we are starting here, we see the average holding time is 9.3 hours per trade. So it's like a long-term day trader, short-term medium trader, a short-term swing trader. He has around 1.36 trades per day, almost 5 trades a week. So looks solid, almost a trade a day. I think it's good to go to the equity graph just to see where we are currently.
I see from this equity graph that, I mean, obviously, if we look at the profit factor and so on, 1.2 is not the highest profit factor. Obviously, he's profitable. Over this data set, 60 trades, not too bad of a sample size. But I can see that there's still a lot to improve simply based on this equity graph, because it's not the nicest performance. But as long as it's going to the top right, not too bad of a start. Let's see what we can find.
Yeah, I think the first thing that really jumped to my eyes is when you go here to the multiple, there seems to be some issue, right? His average
Is
winning
he
trade is
profitable
1.
after fees?
He's not tracking fees, I think. I looked into this briefly. So we have to say, I looked into this journal a little bit, not too much, just want to get an idea, but Moritz is seeing this the first time. Fees, he is not tracking, I think. Total fees, yeah, he's not tracking fees. So that would be quite interesting to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Because with the
As a
average
day trader, yeah, exactly.
his
That's not
average
too
win is
much of
just
an hour.
yeah, his average win is just slightly larger than his average loss. And with a 44% win rate, that's going to be probably around a break-even outcome, right? And after fees.
Probably.
So we can take a look at his chart lab. I think it's always a good starting point, but that's definitely something that we need to keep in mind. Probably one of the things he needs to focus on is getting his winners up in size. And I would assume probably there are going to be trades in here which are not following his plan 100%, which would help him improve the win rate, get a few losers off here, and skew it more in his favor. So let's take a look at what's the first chart we should look at.
Let's take a look at performance by day, actually.
Oh, okay, interesting. I never go there.
As for a day trader, that is quite interesting. Okay, so what I can see here immediately is that his losing days, the same picture as the average R, the losing days and the winning days, they are almost the same size.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do as a day trader, I would say, or generally, because psychologically, if you dig yourself a hole of 2 losing days, then you have to dig yourself out for 2 more days. It's really hard to keep doing that in the long run, at least from my experience. So what I immediately would say here is maybe you can implement a trading stop for the day, where you simply stop trading. So you make sure that at least your winning days are bigger than your losing days by 1.5 on average. That makes it much easier. No?
So after you have a losing trade or you hit a certain mark on the day on your losses, then you are done for the day?
Yes, typically for me it's minus 3R because I know the next day I just need one nice trade to make up for that loss, and it's not too hard on my psychology. But it would really annoy me to know that today I took 3 losses and then tomorrow I have to make 3 winners. Obviously that's personal, but I think it's just much easier to trade
Mentally
with
as well,
high
right?
risk reward. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, his average winning day is 148, his average losing day is 124, so that's very close call. His biggest losing day is also bigger than his biggest winning day, which is tough emotionally. So after that's his biggest losing day, he needs 1, 2, 3 days just to get back to break even. It's emotionally very tougher.
What about the weekdays?
Performance by time, and then weekday. So he only has one trade, few trades here, but those are Sunday night trades. So when the market opens, right? I looked into this.
Okay.
He's not trading Bitcoin on Sundays.
Okay. Well, when the market opens, the spreads are pretty high. Volatility is usually a bit weird, and I would refrain from just doing those. And that's it.
What we can do actually is we can look, because he has a lot of nodes, which is always super interesting besides just a data point. Let's take a look only at a few Sunday trades. Okay, there's only one. We need to change it here to, exit entry date now. He has 4 trades on a Sunday, all losses. Those 3 have a comment. And I like his comment structure. Trump opened his mouth, interesting statement. What I really like here is what I did wrong, what did I do right? What did I do right? Nothing, okay? Key learnings, look at the chart in further detail rather than trying to play the bias. Could I have minimized or avoided the loss? Yes, 100%. What did I do wrong? Many things. Even though I had a bullish engulfing, I should have seen we rejected 2 weeks. Okay, the daily. Yeah, so it seems like he's really eager to trade, which is something that I've seen many times with traders struggling with patience. Yeah, expect a bigger retracement, so probably going into the Sunday trades very eagerly. And then the volatility.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
But I really like his note structure. I mean,
yes,
it's great to have, especially as a day trader, to have like a daily report card where you note down your mistakes and what you did well, etc. And to have that individually for each trade is also super helpful. So well done on the notes.
I really like the note structure here as well, especially the what I did right, what did I do wrong. You immediately have to force yourself to think about that. It often sets new impulses, and after a while, you will see patterns in your trading. Super helpful. Let's go to the risk distribution just to check there's nothing wrong here. Yeah, he has that one trade that's a little bit larger than the other ones, but most of the time it's clustered here. He doesn't have any big winners, which is probably part of his trading style. But trying to let his winners run, as we have seen, his winners are very, very tiny. Well, not as large as they could be or should be probably for his approach.
Can you take a look at our multiples here? Oh, okay. Minus 1.5 to minus 1. So that shouldn't happen either, right? That you have
larger than minus 1, yeah, that should not happen.
Yeah. Okay. Might be slippage or so, but it's a really big amount of his trades are larger than 1R, minus 1R.
Yeah, what we can do is see how large they actually are. So it's not too bad, minus 1.1, 1.08. So yeah, that's probably slippage.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
It's fine, I think.
Yeah.
One thing that I just briefly looked over this. What I find really interesting here is the average updraw on his winners is 87%. So the price comes close to his target fairly often, but his average exit on his winning trades is 70%. So there's 20% more upside potential for his winners that he's not catching.
Interesting.
I think that is something that he should definitely look into. Maybe he's bailing out of his winners a little bit too early.
What does the trade management do?
I'm not sure if it's conclusive. There are some periods, and we are just about changing the logic a little bit behind the trade management. So we are filtering out trades that don't fully match here. But what we see is currently its actual performance is a little bit higher than her potential. I'm guessing that after our change, this will not be the case anymore. There are a lot of periods here where you have way more potential performance. And this means then that you're mismanaging your trades.
Seems
here
like
as well.
it.
Yeah. So I would assume trade management seems to be an issue for that trader. Also looking at the exit analysis graph. Yeah. Letting his winners run a little bit more. And this should give the trader confidence. A lot of trades are actually hitting the take profit. As you said, maybe a trailing stop loss approach would help him out here. That's a very good idea to just experiment with it. Let's go to instrument setups. We can look later, I think. Efficiency maybe is also, here we see a slight decline.
Okay, efficiency is very low. Like
41%.
Oh, yeah, that means like he's making mistakes 6 out of 10 trades, which is very problematic. If you can follow your trading plan 9 out of 10 trades, you will probably do way better. So this is something you 100% have to work on. What
Here,
about
by the way,
trade comments?
This is the new tiles we just introduced. We're going to make a whole video about all of the new additions. His losers with mistakes on half of his trades, where he has a mistake, he is losing. Winners with mistakes, 29%. Trade without a mistake, 55%. So
can you take a look at the trade comments?
Yeah, that's what I was going to go next, because that's here after that. It's going to be interesting. Entry comments. Yeah. He has 41 trades that fall into perfect, which is really good. Too early, yeah. Not enough data here. Those are very small sample size. Too early was probably as expected. Too early is usually the thing you will find with traders in that stage, where they cannot fully control their FOMO yet.
Yeah, but in overall, his entries seem to be fine. If he can obviously get rid of those too early, I mean that's already a nice boost to his bottom line and his win rates. But it's not too bad for a beginner trader.
Yeah, just reducing this a little bit would give him a nice bump here as well. And just to keep in mind, he's in a profit of 670 US dollar. So that would give him a huge boost on his return.
Yeah, it would double the return. So that's already quite good.
Spread issue. Too late. Yeah, those I don't have a lot of data points, so it's very hard to say.
Yeah.
Those will be really interesting to dig into. Too early. Of course, he probably is taking a lot of trades that are winners, but he scaled out a little bit too early. He has a comment where he is seems like he is having some stop management approach.
Stopped out, stop loss move there, so some trailing stop probably.
Yeah.
Or at least, yeah.
So looking into
Okay.
that, a lot of traders, obviously we don't know, but a lot of traders are too aggressive with their stop trailing.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be something also to look into. I would be interested. We only have 8 trades here, but scared too early is an exit comment. We don't have enough data here, but what we can do is that we go exit. Okay, we need 10. We need 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Okay, now. Average updraw on the winner, average exit. Yeah. So here he has even almost 30% that he's missing. He's exiting his winners with those comments halfway towards the take profit, but actually would have gone on much, much further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's quite some potential here.
Yeah. Yeah, something
To
like that is
improve.
super frustrating as well.
Yeah, from hell.
He has, yeah, a lot of trades where he's leaving here as well. Another one. This one as well. He's closing it as a loss, but it could have been a full win.
Mm.
And those things will make actually a big difference if you don't have to obviously change everything, or it's not reasonable probably to expect to have everything changed here or improved and fixed, but nudging it a little bit in your favor will make a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that many traders don't realize is that if you only make this mistake once a quarter, and every time it costs you 2R, that's like 8R in a year. And if you make 50R in a year or so, that's almost 20% of your performance gone by one mistake that you make once a quarter. So there's definitely huge upside to simply fixing those little things.
And that's interesting. He has a comment, no management, not move the stop loss, 41 trades, which is the majority of his trades, seems like. Can we look into this to see if there's something?
Mm-hmm.
We should have now a lot of data. 91%. Okay, that's not too bad. He is catching 85% almost, but the trades almost go always to his take profit, which is interesting. So there's a little bit of upside, not too much. That one again. Yeah, this one doesn't look too bad.
Yep, looks all right.
Yeah, as expected, this low, those low R metrics, those are probably the things the trader needs to focus on immediately. And usually it's best to just look at your journal and find the one thing that really is going to make the biggest impact on your bottom line, instead of getting lost in all the details that you could maybe fix. Being a little bit more confident in the system, because when we look here at the trade comments, when he's taking a perfect entry, his performance is good, which means that at the core, his system is actually profitable. The setups he's trading are making money.
Mm-hmm.
Can we look at the perfect entries? Is there room here? Yeah, this looks good. Potential performance slightly below actual, so actual is above potential, which is good. Not making too many mistakes here. Not a lot of room here for improvement, which is good. Average up draw, again here, 15%, a little bit more upside.
No, but quite efficient.
Yeah, very good actually.
Does he only have one setup? Oh, okay. Oh, so many setups. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we see time and again in journals where traders struggle with consistency. And it makes sense if you have to spread yourself thin between 11 setups. Those are 11 rule sets, scanning approaches, management approaches to keep in your mind.
Yeah, best way to lose money and burn out is to trade 20 setups. It's like,
Mean reversion seems to be where he has the most amount of trades. Bearish engulfing 8 trades. Those are very few trades here only. But yeah, probably focusing on the top 3 to 4 would make sense. Ditching the other 7 for now. It doesn't mean you have to forever stop them, but it will do your mindset. It will help your mindset quite a bit if you can reduce all of this complexity in your trading.
Yeah, super important. You will improve way faster as a trader if you focus on 1 to 2 setups or even just one in the beginning.
Yeah.
You will make so much progress, especially with your report cards on the trades. You will learn all the nuances of the setup, makes such a huge difference.
And I would assume a lot of those entry mistakes might be related. Obviously, we don't know, but might be related to all of this complexity and probably, I would assume, some inconsistencies in the approach. Also, this FOMO thing when you have a lot of different setups, so many different things that your scanning routine requires. The scanning will probably be very difficult. You're going to miss more trades, and a lot of things can be fixed or at least improved by just streamlining your process. This progression month by month on November looks fairly consistent, trade amount. So he seems to be profitable month by month, which is good. Well, that's always something that I found interesting. The more trades a trader takes, the lower his win rate is, which is very often we see. Fewer trades
Yeah.
is usually the way to go, being more selective.
I think it has a lot to do with revenge trading. When you're 5R in the minus for the month, or you start the month out 5R minus, then you take more trades subconsciously to make up for it. So
Yeah, I think overall a really interesting journal. The good thing I think always in journals like that is, first of all, he is currently profitable. And the other big, big positive thing is that when he's following his rules, then he is making money, which means that
yeah.
the system is actually quite profitable at the core.
It's mostly about really focusing on what works and focusing on improving your execution, and this could turn into a really good performance.
Yeah, I think so. He has a lot of sessions, which is interesting, but does he have notes? Oh, yeah, quite a lot. Oh, wow, interesting. So for every trade, he has a thesis, a finding. I kept my order in after I missed my fill. What did I do wrong? Nothing. I need to be more picky and only take trades that, yeah, okay, that's what we just basically said 30 seconds ago. I could have improved my R by putting my stop underneath the thrust. Aha. I should have pulled the order right when I missed the fill. So that comes up. Yeah. That's interesting. The same one? No. I 3 times tried to get in this trade and finally did it using my entry techniques. Unfortunately, there was an issue with my broker, which caused the bid ask to widen and keep me out. Yeah, for this trade, it would probably be also interesting to look at the fee here.
Yeah, definitely. And also for these report cards, I would recommend that you have like a summary for the day, not just the individual trades, but also how they connect, in your mindset. Because these are individual days, right? Individual trading days.
Yeah. He's usually
Or
doing a weekly note.
yeah. Yeah. So I would have definitely a summary at the end of the week or of the day even, what you did well, what you did not so well, etc. Like pull out the individual lessons,
Yeah.
not just on a trade per trade basis. That's really, really helpful. Oh, I
Yeah,
see
because
like
this is what
yeah.
he's essentially doing in his individual trade notes already. So it's
Yes,
just
exactly.
doing it again.
Yeah.
And I did trade after I had just missed my fill. So this seems to be quite an issue for the trader. I have seen now just by opening 2 notes 3 times this one.
What do his custom stats look like? Have you taken a look?
Yes. Do that. Emotions. Plan followed, made Monday. That's good. Always good when you see that you are making money when you're following your plan. Gives you a lot of confidence. Week process, 2 trades. Plan follow, stopped out, lost money. 17 trades. Okay.
Mm.
That's quite a lot of losses actually. 1,900.
Mhm.
But, yeah. Maybe we can come back to this in a moment. Did price reach target after I got stopped out? Yes. No. That's an interesting custom stat. Would be better to not have so many of those here because, yeah, you probably can say for every trade, did the price reach the target or stop loss? No need to have unclassified trades here. That would be really interesting, actually. It's a good custom stat. OTP hit. Yes. No.
He's double tracking some stuff that you can
Yeah.
also pull out from other stats in Edgewonk. That's fine, but I would rather in the custom stats, I would rather love to see some strategy specific things that would make a lot more sense to me. That's how I use the custom stats mostly. Technical analysis things like are we bouncing off level or stuff like that. It makes more sense to me, right?
Yeah.
To use the custom stats that way.
Or what I've seen also, what I really like is like here, the time frame. Often, what I've seen a few times during the reviews is that some traders do very well on lower time frames, but on higher time frames they lose all their money, or vice versa. That gives you a good idea of what type of trader you are. Like here, daily seems to be not really working.
Oh, interesting. What is this break retest
Break
level
retest
being
level.
used?
So the higher levels.
So when he's trading at daily level, 19.
It's a good sample size.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it might be a problem that when you choose daily levels and then however you time those trades on, I guess, on a lower time frame, that the daily level might be too wide because levels are never just a number, they are obviously zones. So that might be an issue. Maybe you need to move up in time frames when timing your trades off the daily levels, or you might really just not trade daily levels. Both might be viable. No?
One thing I want to try is to only look at is good trades because that filters out some of the noise. Yeah. And here's, yeah, we still can see it. Even the perfect trades, the daily levels seem not to work.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, kick out those daily levels, man. Saves you a lot of money.
Let's take a look at the setups actually. Now we still have this applied, so we only look at valid trades. Break-in retest is where it's making its money. Mean reversion, only 3 trades here, 3 trades here. Gap closes, yeah, those Sunday trades probably are, but not too bad. But yeah, I think a big thing would be for the trader to focus on 3 to 4 setups max.
The break retest setup without the daily levels, that seems to be the sweet spot for this trader.
Yeah. What I want to do is, because I've seen it a few times out of the day, he's not a super active day trader, but sometimes you see patterns, but here you don't really.
What I'm seeing here is a trader on his way to burnout because he's trading all around the clock.
Right.
So,
good observation.
I mean, that's really brutal. Unless you work a lot with alarms, where you only come to your screen when an alarm goes off. This is really hard to sustain in the long run to trade like that. So be careful with trying to catch every minor move in every session.
Yeah. Yeah, as he said, he's using in his notes pending orders a lot. So that could be also an explanation. But As we've also seen, is that he's often not on top of his pending orders when he fails to pull them off when the market just didn't reach them. But yeah, that's 20 hours of trading time. He's trading like quite a lot. Yeah, it's
intense.
completely out. Yeah. Yeah, really interesting, I think. I think overall the journaling approach is really nice. I love his notes. The format of his notes is really, really good. The really nice thing is this one, when we look only at his core system, obviously it's not reasonable to expect that he's not making any mistakes, but this looks much, much smoother.
Profit factor of 2, 50% win rate around. Fantastic. That's all you need to print money.
Still not a great average P&L on your multiple, but you can see what a difference this 10%, oh, now we have 56. Yeah, that's 12% increase in his in win rate. What of a difference this can make.
And not just in performance, also in momentum. Like when you gain more confidence when your win rate is up and you make fewer mistakes because you are less frustrated, and it's just such a huge improvement, and it will help improve your trading performance so quickly if you can only focus on those perfect entries. So that's a huge focus for you now.
Yeah, I think overall really nice journal. I really liked that we sit together and go through this together. Would love to hear in the YouTube comments to hear what you guys think. By the way, we just moved our journal button here, the request button. So if your journal fulfills the data and the requirements, this button will appear. If you don't have enough trades or you're missing some data points, this will not be in your journal. But if you want us to review your journal, make sure to go there, fill out the form, submit your review request, and then we will go over your journal. So yeah, thank you, Moritz. It was really fun. Thank you for taking the time today. Sit here with me. This was really, really a fun video, actually. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Well, thank you, and to the next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.